Hello, mommy. What's up, guys? Good afternoon. Cynthia, thank you for the 5. While the Trump haters here, we'll just try to have a great stream. Is it only for Trump's departed? What's up, everybody? Good afternoon, man. We got to catch up with all the drama for your mama. The ceasefire deal. Wicked Mel? No, Wicked Mel. No, I'm never watching again. I'm too old to care. All right, let me launch on other platforms, man. We got to catch up a bit. Still in the process of moving. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Trump snapped on TV, a national TV. Yeah, the F-bomb around the world. Trump dropped the F-bomb. Uh-oh, there's a lot of beef, too, online. Laura Loomer, Tucker Carlson. The worlds have fallen apart. I'm not a good multitasker. Sorry. The website is done too. It looks exactly the same, but you wouldn't believe. I mean, hours and hours and hours the last couple of days, up late nights, tweaking the website. I had to restore it because I actually messed up the website. But all the things I learned over the last couple of days, I was able to go back now and apply it to what the web designer did and tweak it myself. All right. Oh, is Alan pissing people off? Oh, God. Oh, sorry. Causing trouble. Ceasefire, man. I guess there's no ceasefire. I don't know what's happening today. We're going to get into it. As far as, are they still bombing? I saw this really funny clip. I don't know if I could show it to you guys, or is it a copyright strike? Not a strike, but a claim, you know. Facebook. I think he was totally pissed in that interview, for sure. I don't know if it was really an interview, but you know, the broadcast, he was walking by. He's pissed because these people are bombing. They didn't really care about the peace deal, I guess. So what is Trump gonna do? Okay. I thought this was kind of funny. Maybe, I don't know if I can really play much of this. I'm just a little. You remember this movie, Dumb and This, from Dumb and Dumber, I think. Iran, USA, Israel.
You're it. Quitsies.
Maybe I'll take it off the screen, that part. Hold on.
Any quitsies. You're it. Quitsies. No any quitsies. No startsies. You can't do that. Can't do. Cannot. Triple stamped it. No erases. Touch blue. Make it true. You can't triple stamp a double stamp. You can't triple stamp a double stamp. You guys.
At some point, he grabs his gun. He's going in there. He's grabbing his gun and stuff.
Enough. Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Ah! Yeah, bird. Yeah. All right, so the main thing, I had a laugh this morning. I was like, oh man, these people So President Trump stares into the camera. Oh, this is not the main one, but this is one of them. And he says he calls CNN a bunch of gutless losers for not respecting the B-2 pilots. Let's listen.
That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit late in the evening. It was dark with no moon, and they hit that target with every one of those things, and that place is gone. But when I see CNN all night long, they're trying to say, well, maybe it wasn't really as demolished as we thought. It was demolished. You take a look at the pinpricks, and you see that place is gone. And I will say, I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize. I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real losers. You're gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage.
Oh, my God. Yo, snapping. CNN.
It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people. And the people that run it, nobody even knows it's been sold so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak, pathetic disgrace.
So the whole deal thing, man, it's been... I saw last night there was some bombings. The sirens were going off. I was actually listening to the feeds, the Skyline feeds, while I was working on the website. And I saw there was, shots being fired. Ceasefire agreement between Israel and Iran seems to already have fallen through. Now, that was last night. So, it was a mess. They're also talking about U.S. strikes in Iran nuke facilities cause more damage than first thought as Watchdog reveals possible contamination. There's a lot of talk about the damage. People saw this picture on the outside. Some, not everybody, but some people were nothing happened. But the damage, the real damage is underground. But of course, we talked about the uranium. Was it taken from the facility? There was these trucks days ago, did they move the enriched uranium somewhere else, before the bombing? The head of the United Nations Nuclear Watchdog Group revealed even more damage from U.S. airstrikes in Iran's nuclear sites after taking a closer look, including possible chemical contamination at one facility. Okay. Images from Fordo and Natanz facilities showed additional damage beyond what the agency found on the first pass. The head of UN Nuclear Watchdog Group warned of possible contamination. I think they've kind of talked about that already, though. Okay, so here's the clip. This is the viral thing. Wait, I don't know which one I want to watch, though. I think, let's watch this one. This is a little bit longer. I think this is the one where he snaps. Same thing? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Watch this one.
Do you get to speak with the Prime Minister? Did you talk to Prime Minister Netanyahu last night?
I speak to everybody.
You urge both sides not to violate the ceasefire, but reports coming from the region suggest that the sides accuse each other for violating the ceasefire. So
I think they both violated it. I'm not sure they did it intentionally. They couldn't rein people back. I don't like the fact that Israel went out this morning at all, and I'm going to see if I can stop it. So as soon as I get away from you, I'm going to see if I can stop it, okay?
Yo, he's like fed up. He's just...
How confident are you
I think it's been completely demolished. I think the reason we're here is because those pilots, those B-2 pilots, did an unbelievable job. And, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all. And frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not after the pilots, they're after me. They want to try and demean.
You don't believe that Iran can rebuild its nuclear program?
Iran will never rebuild its nuclear. From there? Absolutely not. That place is under rock. that place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit late in the evening. It was dark with no moon, and they hit that target with every one of those things, and that place is gone. But when I see CNN all night long, they're trying to say, well, maybe it wasn't really as demolished as we thought. It was demolished. You take a look at the pinpricks, and you see that place is gone. And I will say, I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize. I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real losers. You're gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people. And the people that run it, nobody even knows it's been sold so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak, pathetic disgrace.
Israel says that Iran violated the peace agreement and the ceasefire agreement. Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Whoa! Whoa!
Fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Do you have to respond to Iran?
Mr. Trump. Oh, no. Hell no, man. Y'all are up and done it. Them country boys on the side with them big fat wheels on the ride. Oh, man. It's all over the news this morning.
Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy.
And that's the thing, though. Let's say that let's say they don't follow the rules. Let's say the peace deal, the ceasefire. So what then? What is he gonna do if they nothing? I guess that's it. Or what's gonna happen? Did they stop? Have they fired anymore? I'm gonna show some pictures and video from last night's.
If Israel's
attack.
going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Tit for tat. By the way, they're saying ICE arrests 11 Iranian nationals across 8 states in a targeted operation. Among them, Miran Makari Sahil, ex-IRGC with Hezbollah ties, Ribvar Karmari, ex-Iran Army sniper found with his Army ID card, U.S. citizen Lynette Vartanian, also arrested for threatening officers while harboring an illegal alien, Yusuf Meridno, lied on a visa application on a suspected terror list. 5 had prior criminal convictions. All Iranians have been charged of accused of crimes beyond immigration violations. Something I saw the other day, which I gotta look this up. Let me see. Um, I thought they said Trump was on schedule to have less deportations than Biden, and at this time of the into the presidency. Let me see. Biden's administration in the fiscal year 2024 oversaw 271,000 deportations, marking it the highest annual since 2014, even surpassing Trump's prior annual high of 267 in 2019. Under Trump's second term in January 2025, first month, deported 37,000 compared to Biden's monthly average of 57. Isn't that crazy? Biden was deporting more people than Trump? I saw that somewhere that he was actually under, because I know they were saying this could be mass deportations, and people are not happy about it, the way it's being, the way it's being done. But I thought that was pretty interesting. I guess we'll have to see. Biden. This is a picture of the guys, 11 Iranian migrants, including suspected terrorists, as Border Patrol warns of possible sleeper cells. Who knows? We're going to get some kind of attack. $11 guys. ICE agents also arrested. We talked about that. Rebar, Northern Alabama. He was found carrying an Iranian army ID. He was a sniper. Not true. I saw some people talking about it. I was kind of like, I don't know. I guess I have to look more into it. Oh, this is the Loomer drama with Tucker Carlson. So Tucker finally, I guess, addressed Loomer, called her the creepiest human, the world's creepiest human. I don't know where she came from or who she is exactly, but she's running around saying, I'm Donald Trump's defender. It's bizarre. So he's pretending he don't know who she is. Let me be careful. I don't know if this is the Tucker Carlson network. They almost took my stream down the other day. I think it was automated. I don't think it was like a personal thing. But
Levin, again, doesn't care about the United States. And they're all wearing the Trump skin suit right now because they think it suits their purposes. These are people who hated Trump. They're anti-Trump. They're never Trump. And that would include a lot of people on Fox News who I worked with for 15 years. I know what their political views are. I
deported and let back in, too, right?
They were my colleagues. They hate Trump. They hate him personally. They hate his agenda. They hate his economic views. And they really hate his foreign policy views, which in private they describe as insane and isolationist. He's a Nazi and all this stuff. I mean, they really have contempt for him. They kept him off the air at Fox News while I was there against my protests. So that's all true. And it's very frustrating as a literal person who cares about what's true to see people jumping up, Mark Levin or Laura Loomer, that's world's creepiest human. I don't even know where she came from or who she is exactly, but she's running around. I'm Donald Trump's, defender. It's bizarre. Champion. And I'm the arbiter of what it means to be for America. Someone who, again, has no interest in the United States, demonstrated no interest. So I think it's just important. It's not a matter of score settling, and I don't care what Mark Levin does in his private life. I don't care what his opinions are. And Laura Loomer, I'm not even really sure who she is. However, if people like that are able to take over a political movement whose stated goal is to serve the United States, first and foremost, America first, make America great again, if those people can take control of that political movement, first of all, it's an offense against reality and truth. But second, it's really dangerous for the country. I mean, they washed out of the Democratic Party, the same people, and now they're trying to take over the Republican Party. How about no? Unbroken track record of failure, unbroken track record of ideas that hurt the United States in measurable ways, impoverished the United States, put us in unpayable debt, killed a ton of people, destabilized the world, caused a refugee crisis in Europe, destroyed Europe. That's a lot of destruction for one group of people and one set of really bad ideas, the John Boltons, the Bill Kristols. Can they be allowed to take over the Trump White House? No. How about no? just as an American. I mean, I don't really care what people think of me at this point. I'm 56. You were wrong. Well, I've been wrong many, many times. I'll be wrong many, many more times. But the one thing I am is sincere. I really mean it. I don't care about the effect on me. I don't want to relive Iraq. And I know the people who did it. I lived among them. I defended it. I repeated their talking points. Not doing that again. And we came really close to doing that again because of Mark Levin and Laura Loomer and the rest of these morons who've never even left New Jersey. Like, they don't know anything about the world. That's the other thing. They're dumb. They don't know. They don't know the pop.
So Tucker's snapping. He's. I know he's seen these posts with these people tagging him, talking about him, and Laura Loomer.
Population of Iran. They don't know anything. They don't know the nations that border it. They just don't know anything. And I'm not making an argument for expertise or having been there, but I am making an argument for being responsible when you demand that the U.S. military do certain things. Okay, then tell me what happens next. They can't, because again, they don't care.
So that happened, right? And so Tucker, I don't know her. She's weird and all this stuff, but she went over here and posted the receipts. I have no idea who Laura Loomer is. She posted some text message with Tucker. Oh, hell no. Oh, shit. Oh.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
Thanks a million, Laura. I appreciate this. There's some level of chaos, but I feel weirdly happy. Hope you're great. So she over here claiming they don't know. I don't know who you are, whatever. At the same time, I don't know. Oh, this is from 2023, but he knows who she is. The other thing I thought was interesting and a little bit disingenuous, because I remember, and I mentioned this a couple of times, there were some text messages that came out where Tucker was messaging with somebody, and he said he hates Trump. All right, so he said he's sincere and all this stuff too. I don't know about sincerity. You know, I don't know about sincerity. This is the lie. When Tucker Carlson was fired from Fox News, he was in the middle of a deposition with the Minion. His text messages between himself and his producer revealed his hatred of Trump. Some of the text said, "Trump is a demonic force. I hate Trump passionately. Soon Trump will be irrelevant, and we can't forget about him." A lot of these people are fake, man. These people are one way to your face. These people are one way on TV, and behind the scenes, they hate you. Pretending to be friends with you. I don't know, man. I don't trust him. Tucker called President Trump begging for his forgiveness a few days ago, begging profusely. He's worried Trump is done with him, so now he's trying to pretend like he was always pro-Trump, and he's fabricating the story so he can save face. Tucker hates Trump. Tucker is America first. He's Tucker first. So it's all this whatever. We're very close. We are very, very close to being able to ignore Trump most nights. I truly can't wait. And he's over here just saying right now in that broadcast, talking about, I was fighting for him. I was fighting for him to be on the network, and they didn't want to put him on. And I'm the one that protested. Meanwhile, in the text messages, we're very, very close to being able to ignore Trump most nights. I truly can't wait. So you're fake. You're fake as hell. I want nothing more. It does feel very close. I imagine things will get nice starting around mid-February. I hate him passionately. How do you hate somebody passionately and then on TV, I love him.
I miss Rush
we're
Limbaugh.
close. We're good friends. Rest in peace. Hey, Jess, thank you for the 5. I sometimes listen to the 610 radio when I'm driving. The AM radio. They have, I forgot the guy's name. Who's on the... I forgot who's the host. Very popular. Glenn Beck. I hate him passionately. I blew up at Peter Navarro today in frustration. I actually like Peter, but I can't handle this much more. This is real. What you guys, what you saying fake? This actually came out. This is old news. This is nothing new. So the ceasefire was, I guess not respected. I don't know the status today. Let me take a look at what's going on today. Here's a clip though from CNN.
And certainly right now, Aaron, the Iran saying that their retaliation is going to continue and that their retaliation, if anything, is going to become more intense. Of course, one of the things that we heard is that the Iranians believe that they are in a conflict both with Israel and the United States, feeling that Israel has dragged the United States into a conflict directly with Iran, Aaron.
All right, Fred Pleiken, thank you so much. Of course, the literal eyes and ears on the ground to hear those explosions. I want to go now to Barak Ravid, our political and global affairs analyst. Also joining us, of course, retired General Mark Kimmett, former Assistant Secretary of State. He oversaw policy here in the Middle East. And here with me in the UAE, along the Strait of Hormuz, Paula Juan-Cox, our correspondent, who knows this region better than anyone. Barak, I just want to start with you, though. I know you have some new reporting. What are you learning right now?
Hi, Aaron. What I'm learning is that this ceasefire has been mediated and, according to President Trump, also achieved through mediation of Qatar and the United States, two countries that have been in touch, close touch, before the U.S. entered this war. A day before this war started, there were meetings between U.S. and Qatari officials about the possibility of the U.S. joining this war. And those contacts continued all along the last 3 days. And today, when after the Iranian attack on the El Udeid base, Iranian officials sent a message to the White House through the Qataris saying, we're done. This is our response. We're not going to do anything further. The White House sent a message back through the Qataris. We are not, if you're done, we are not going to retaliate, and we want to talk. We want to now get a deal. In the hours since then, there were talks between the U.S. and Israel and Qatar and Iran to tie the final knots and agree on the final conditions of this ceasefire.
All right, and obviously all very significant developments. Paula, of course, all happening as Barak is laying out over several hours. We have not yet heard from the Israelis or the Iranians. Literally what we are hearing actually is explosions in Tehran right now that Fred is reporting.
Tehran. So there's some of the damage. This was yesterday. They were saying some people were, or last night, saying some people were killed. Breaking, multiple people killed in Iranian missile strike attack on 7-story building. Beersheba, Israel. Ceasefire! Israel is now reporting that Iran has fired another wave of ballistic missiles at them. Sirens currently going off. Here's another video. Moments before the Iranian missile hits the 7-story building. Boom! Holy crap. Jeez. Holy moly. Wow. That's crazy, man. The damage. That's some of the video too. Sorry for your headphones or your ears. Online beef.
News we're learning that Iran missiles hit Israel amid truce claim being made by United States. 3 people have been killed in the Iranian strike in Israel's Beersheba, and has been reached upon between Iran and Israel. We're learning that Iran has fired missiles at Israel amid the claims that are being made of the truce. And in fact, 3 people have also lost their lives in these Iranian strikes at Israel. The Iranian missiles hit Israeli building in which 3 people have been killed. Israel has claimed that Iran launched missiles 3rd time in an hour. So these are the visuals of the strike by Iranian side at Israel. The building was hit by the missiles in which 3 people have lost their lives. My colleague Shivani is now joining us from Tel Aviv with more details on this latest attack from the Iranian.
It was that attack. A lot of damage. Oh, Lord. Yo, this is crazy. Crazy, dude. Check this out. I don't know, man. Oh, no. So CNN's reporting, and we'll have to see. CNN's reporting. Exclusive. Early intel. U.S. intel assessment suggests strikes on Iran did not destroy the nuclear site. What? The U.S. military strikes on 3 of Iran's nuclear facilities last weekend did not destroy the core components of the country's nuclear program and likely only set it back by months, according to an early U.S. intelligence assessment that was described by 3 people briefed on it. The assessment, which has not been previously reported, was produced by the Defense Intelligence Agency, the Pentagon's intelligence arm. It is based on a battle damage assessment conducted by the U.S. Central Command in the aftermath of the U.S. strikes, one of the sources said. The analysis of the damage to the sites and the impact of the strikes on Iran's nuclear ambitions is ongoing and could change as more intelligence becomes available, but the early findings are at odds with President Trump's repeated claims that the strikes completely and totally obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment facilities. 2 people familiar with the assessment. Well, this we reported on this part. Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium was not destroyed. So Israel said it will respect ceasefire as long as Iran does. If you don't do it, I won't do it. If you respect it, I'll respect it. Truce, pinky promise. What Iran said. Iran's president earlier said his country will not violate the terms of ceasefire with Israel unless Israel breaks the pact first. So we'll see. We'll see. They were bad. Last night they violated it. There was problems. Trump was pissed off today, cursing them out. More than 400 Americans and their family members have left Israel for U.S.-assisted flights. Iran is ready to resolve issues with the United States, says on a call with Saudi Crown Prince. Okay. So maybe there's making a little bit of progress. A little bit of progress. Oh, and apparently, too, Donald Trump's Nobel Peace Prize nomination withdrawn. A senior Ukrainian lawmaker who nominated U.S. President Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize has withdrawn it. As peace talks between Kyiv and Moscow slip under the radar and the president keeps his sights fixed on the Middle East, the head of Ukrainian's Parliamentary Foreign Committee told Newsweek on Tuesday he had lost any sort of faith and belief in Trump's ability to secure a ceasefire between Moscow and Kyiv. So that's how you do it. It depends. If you work for me, you do what I want, then you get the Peace Prize nomination. So he withdrew it. I mean, there's big stuff happening right now. No Peace Prize for you. I guess we'll see. Mark Levin.
Too. So we have a ceasefire.
Huh.
I hate this word ceasefire. I really do. The president hated it a few days ago, too. What's needed now is this, in my humble opinion. Iran should be forced to sign a surrender document, unconditional surrender. They lost their nukes. They've lost their air force. They have no ground-to-air protection. China didn't step in. Russia didn't step in. Not a single Arab country stepped in. The supreme Nazi is hanging in is hiding in a bunker, much like Adolf Hitler did.
Oh, shit.
Adolf Hitler wasn't thrown a life.
Oh, God. Oh, look. What did he call? He called the Supreme Nazi? Yo! That's crazy. Yeah! Oh, my God. Wow.
He didn't step in. Not a single Arab country stepped in. The Supreme Nazi is hiding in a bunker, much like Adolf Hitler did. Adolf Hitler wasn't thrown a lifeline.
Mm.
He wasn't thrown in a lifeline. He was going to be killed, so he committed suicide. I'm very much interested in seeing how this plays out. I really am. Because what does an agreement look like? Does that mean the Supreme Nazi survives? Does that mean the regime survives? I guess so.
I don't know. There was talks about regime change. Some people say that's all this was about, was regime change.
Inside the executive branch and the Pentagon. President Trump and his strike on Iran has caused a chain reaction inside the so-called Islamic State, Islamic Republic, the Shiite state. And the word is, the reason we've heard there's a ceasefire is the military of Iran is now communicating with the Trump administration, and the Ayatollah has been cut off. And I was told this about an hour and a half ago. I made some calls. Other sources said, yeah, that's the word they've got. Then I noticed the Ayatollah in a post on X said Iran is never surrendering. So that's why, like 3 hours ago, when I put a report out saying Iran has done a peace deal with Israel, people said, no. The Iranians are saying no. That's because the Ayatollah, the supreme leader, is saying no, but the military is saying yes. So regime change is up in the air right now. I saw Owen saying this 2 hours ago, and I was like, where's Owen getting that? I guess he kind of just figured it out himself. And I'm not saying it's 100% going to go that way, but that's what I'm told is happening. Now, separately, I've never been a fan of Iran or the mullahs. Do you know about the 12? Do you know about the Shiites? Do you know about how they're hereditary, basically a genetic royalty for Muhammad? Do you know about the CIA helping him get into power in 79? You probably don't. But the reason I've been concerned about these attacks is Russia, North Korea, China has been backing them, talking about giving them nuclear weapons. They block the Strait of Hormuz. It derails the economy, creates huge inflation, and the globalists want that because it'll kill our recovery. But if Trump can successfully do this and get a peace deal, more power to him. You know, we're not in a cult. Trump's not a cult. We're allowed to ask questions. And a lot of people said, oh, look, you're discredited. You said this could cause World War III, but looks like we're having success. Hopefully we are. That's what I've wanted, was a ceasefire. And I've wanted the Iranians to stop. And I've wanted regime change. It's just that the neocons and some of the intelligence people have put out so much fake information over the years, you can't trust what they say. Like they said, oh, we just bombed these sites to get rid of the nuclear material. They already moved it out of there. Like I said weeks ago, now they admit that's happened. And I told you 15 years ago, they've already got the bomb. People go, well, that means you support Israel. They can't have a bomb. If they've already got the stuff that moved it to mobile launch sites, you could corner the mullahs, then they launch an attack on Israel. That triggers nuclear war in all the different war games. But if Trump was able to get the military of Iran, which the U.S. did in both Gulf operations, 91 and 2003, to roll over, then it's a victory, and then I'm not against regime change over there. It's just that I didn't want things to get in the way of Trump's plan to stabilize the border, stabilize the dollar, do the trade deals, bring the jobs back. That was front and center. And the globalists have openly said they want to use the Ukraine-Russia war to take control of Trump's agenda and stop that. And they want to use the Iran-Israel conflict they've been talking about. So that's why I was saying, to me, the safest move was that. Whether I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. It's not about counting score, you know. I see all these people going, oh my God, you're not MAGA. You're just a Johnny come lately. And it's retarded. It's like saying.
Alex has been there for a very long time with this.
Michael Jordan is not good at basketball. Or,
oh, shit.
Tom Brady in football. It's just it's retarded. Steve Bannon was put in prison, helped mastermind Trump's victory in 2016. Still one of his top advisors. General Flynn, has been saying, "Watch out, going right to war. We got to be careful." Total patriot. MTG. Tucker Carlson was blown up flying out of Afghanistan to Pakistan on a jumbo jet in a crash landing, almost died under an Al-Qaeda attack. He never even talks about it. I've been totally lawfare to attack my family.
Oh no, man, Tucker though. Tucker over here saying, well, I mean, I know those texts have been a couple of years, but you see somebody like that, I wouldn't want anybody around me like that. That's the one thing I'd be really careful of, man, because people could be one way in your face, talking to you, whatever, and behind is something else, and they just like you for whatever they can get out of you, the status or money or whatever. So in front of your face, it smiles, whatever, but behind your back, they're talking shit. So if I were to see something, that kind of stuff to me is a blessing. When you see somebody who's really like that, how they feel about you behind, we don't need to talk then. You could keep watching, keep doing whatever it is, or like in Trump's case, you can watch me on TV then, but we're not going to be close. I'm sure they'll make up and whatever, but if somebody's saying they like, I forgot the exact word, I forgot what he said, fervently, I don't know if it was hate him or whatever. Passionately. He said passionately. Bro, if it's passion, okay. I mean,
sure, put in prison. I mean, really? I helped create the Tea Party on record. I don't have to give my creds to you people that just showed up in the last few years, mainly liberals or neocons, Trump supporters. This is not about us fighting with each other. It's about we're not in a cult. We have open debates about what the best policy is. Overall support 95% of what Trump's doing. We don't need to be fighting the left and the open borders and the Soros and the NGOs and all
the clones and the reptilians.
That is the issue. But I will criticize Bongino or Patel when they're not doing a good job. I'll support them when they are. Again, that's what we do. We're the constituents. We're the populace. It's what happens. But that's a side issue. I've got intel that there is regime change happening right now. Now, it's very fluid. And Flynn just put out a post on X saying he would advise the Ayatollah, if he isn't already dead,
to leave
now. And what I've seen with him saying they're not going to surrender, the Ayatollah, but his military looks like they've made a very wise decision. Let's hope that's the case, because regime change in Iran is great. If it isn't like 7 months ago where they finally, with Turkey, NATO, and Israel, overthrow Syria and get rid of Assad, who's an angel compared to Al-Qaeda, but the head of Al-Qaeda in charge, who then does mass extermination of Christians and others.
That's Alex Jones on that. Mark Levine is a trip. Oh, this was this person too. Go ahead and share it with the panic is. Let me see what she said.
Hey, real quick. If you don't wear this uniform and you on social media talking about oh my God, we about to go to war. Who is we? Who is we? Because you don't put this uniform. Who is we? I'm about to go to war. You not about to go nowhere. And they stop asking me if it's true. I don't know. I don't know if it's true. You know how I don't know it's true? Because I don't have that type of clearance. So if anybody outside of this uniform is telling you that we're going to war, they don't have the answer, Sway. Because I don't have the answer, Sway. You got people calling me, texting me, sending me prayers, which I appreciate. Don't get me wrong. But Stink, I went to work today regular, like everybody else in the Army. We went to work regular. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Y'all don't know. The media gonna put some shit out. They're gonna make y'all panic. Y'all gonna fuck around and buy all the toilet tissue like y'all did during COVID. I don't know what
Yo! All right, she has my vote. Y'all gonna fuck around and buy up all the toilet. I think it's actually the same group of people. These people during the COVID thing became animals, tearing each other up over toilet paper. That's how you know if something were to really truly happen one day, it's going to be really bad, because most of these people didn't even have decency in the store. They had to fight each other over toilet paper, tear each other up, push people. They couldn't even share the shit. Oh, shit. Over toilet paper.
Oh, toilet paper. Oh,
that's that good shit.
In Australia, buying these people.
Where's another?
Oh, in her face. Get away from my daughter.
Look at this shit over toilet paper, but it wasn't just like a one thing. It was a bunch of different instances. There was a couple other funny ones that I had, but you know that these people, yo, God forbid some real shit happens one day. These people couldn't handle the toilet paper situation.
Oh, hello. Nice of you to finally show up. We've been having a meeting regarding several instances within the committee. Now, after thorough investigation, we have come to the conclusion you've been taking the goddamn toilet paper, and you must pay the price.
Darkest midnight, cold and shrewd, so the raven feeds the brood.
The virus will be the least of our worries. It will tip over now.
We just need to make sure nobody knows about the toilet paper.
Look at this shit. Look at these people. These people don't have it in them. Savaging each other over toilet paper. These people would shoot each other, stab each other, kill each other over paper. It's crazy. Look at this shit. What's wrong with these people?
One per person.
No decency. Crazy.
Craziness.
Look at this shit. When something really happens, some real crisis, not some little toilet paper crap, you know, even the COVID virus, yeah, a lot of people died. There could be something worse in the future, something more deadly. You haven't really experienced some type of plague shit like back in the day. Look how these people act. Should be embarrassed. All these people should be embarrassed. Years later, they should be embarrassed, man. If I knew their names, I'd put them up on my website just to have a historical data of these people, just to, you know, so it's imprinted. These are not the people you want around you when shit's going down. These are the people yelling when you're backseat drivers, when you're trying to control and deal with a situation. You can't have people like this around you. Look at these people. Most people are like that. They push you and shove you for a piece of toilet paper. I went to the store. This was back then during COVID. Look at how the store shelves were. These people were so desperate. Not only did they take the toilet paper, they went and started getting all the baby wipes and shit.
It's gone. A lot of foods are gone. People have.
Look at this shit. Even the papers. It wasn't that they were getting supplies for the kids. No, these people were so depraved and so desperate. And so, like, panicking. They have no type of, like, survive. These people would not survive. But, like, years ago, when you had to, like, actually be out in the wilderness and shit, they would not last. They went and took all the baby wipes, not for their kids, just so they could have extra paper products to wipe their ass. That's what it was. Adults. Look at this shit. Look at these people.
On the spot, how these people would act or be. Not even giving one toilet paper to somebody. Not even able to hand over a roll.
You don't have to buy so much. Take it easy. Just relax. People are going in and they're buying more than they buy at Christmas. Relax.
Or how about the hand sanitizer guy?
Oh, yeah, this guy too. So this guy got caught up.
After sanitizer shelves, he now sits with 18,000 unused bottles in his home and storage unit.
I mean, I can somewhat get the business.
He's the only one, maybe, even though it's kind of crappy, supply and demand. He's making sales and stuff, but this guy got stuck.
No, I don't think that I would.
It's reported that he donated the rest of the hand.
So anyway, all that to this lady took me down memory lane.
But Stink, I went to work today regular, like everybody else in the army. We went to work regular. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Y'all don't know. The media gonna put some shit out. They're gonna make y'all panic. Y'all gonna fuck around and buy all the toilet tissue like y'all did during COVID. I don't know what that was about. And then everything going chill out.
The reasoning they said behind that is because I guess one of the side effects was like diarrhea or something like that. And even so, these people are just ridiculous. That's how they try to co-sign or cope the crazy shit that these insane people did. And there's thousands, probably I'd say even millions of people like that. They wouldn't even spare you a piece of toilet paper or a piece of paper from the toilet paper.
Oh, y'all not gonna know nothing for real. I mean, outside of the tweets and the Facebook posts that might go up, but y'all ain't really gonna know too much. I'm not gonna get on here and tell you nothing because I don't know. I don't have the answers. And if
I know there's some people in the chat that are toilet paper stalkers. I'm sure there's some people in the chat that have a whole cabinet full or a whole room full of toilet papers right now.
I did have the answers, I wouldn't be on this goddamn app telling you. You know what I'm saying? But stop with the we. We not going nowhere. Your ass gonna be home watching. I might be going.
That's true. I mean, unless there was a draft, but yeah, that's true. Oh, man. Bernie Sanders, Joe Rogan shuts down Senator Bernie after he tried to slam Elon for donating $270 million.
What it says is, you're a billionaire. You have now the constitutional right, because your money is your free.
Why does his hair always look like that? I guess maybe it's just his look now. That's just his, right? Because why doesn't he brush his hair or something? Especially to go on Joe Rogan podcast, look like so disheveled and shit. I mean, I guess that's just his look now. Bernie Sanders, that's his trademark look, I guess. But why does it look like that, man? Why does he brush his hair? Is he married? Yo, I know it's got to be a woman in his life. Yo, brush your hair. No?
Freedom of expression, right? So you don't like Bernie Sanders? You can put millions or hundreds of millions of dollars into a campaign and express your view about how terrible Bernie Sanders is,
right?
And you can buy that.
The wacky professor look,
election, right? That's your constitutional right. I think that's probably the worst decision that the Supreme Court.
How's my hair look? I mean, I brushed it a little bit this morning.
Made. So what is the result of that decision? The result of that decision, let's take us to where we are today, is that Elon Musk, and I know Elon was on your show, and he's here in Austin, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. And we could talk about Elon, but he spent $270 million to elect Trump as president. Okay. I think that's absurd that any one person.
What's the most someone donated towards the Harris campaign?
They spent a lot of money on Harris as well.
They spent $1.5 billion.
Wasn't that who did that? Yeah, I think he says in the post. 1.5 billion. Wasn't that the? I don't know who did that.
Come on, in the course of a couple of months.
You got it. All right, let me talk about it. So I'm not here just to say it's a Republican. That's my point here.
Right.
Okay.
It's you too. The drug company's paying you. Isn't the drug company's paying Bernie? Everybody's lobbying. That's part of the problem. You could just buy your way in. Let me show you this too. We got to keep it fair, I guess. Nick Fuentes also gunning for Laura Loomer. And so this I saw this a long time ago. This is not really new, but he posted it recently, and I guess it's going viral. He posted it today. It's 1.6 million views. Some liberals set up a fake company to sponsor Laura Loomer's show and got her to eat dog food live on the air. This is the essence of what it means to be a paid political shill. So this is the post this guy said. I remember this. This is from 2024. I set up a fake dog company last month and bought Purina at the pet store and paid Laura Loomer for $100 for this post. So a tweet, I guess.
Positive really is an amazing company. Not only do they have these emergency pet kits, but they also have these supplements here. And this is human grade, okay? This is human grade, and I just want to show you now. I'm going to actually do this live on air so you can see for yourself, okay? 100% human grade ingredients is what it says here on the package. And the ingredients are Alberta grass-finished bison liver, Alberta grass-finished bison heart, Alberta grass-finished kidney. These are the same type of nutrients that you can find in the beef organs that you purchase for yourself, right? But this is all protected bison that comes from Canada. So that means that there's no hormones, there's no vaccines given to the bison. So you could actually share these nutrients with your animals. So you could eat this yourself. And I'm going to show you, this isn't a gimmick. This is not just, you know, some trash dog food from China. Okay. These are supplements and these are products that are so healthy and natural that you could actually eat it yourself. So you can see here, Positive Bison. It clearly says dog food topper. And I'm going to put this in my mouth right now. So it tastes like meat, and maybe that is disgusting to you, but I'll show you right here. Look, this is the Bison product right here. It clearly says dog food topper. You can see on camera. Actually tastes good. I'm not going to lie. So.
Damn. So they got her. They got her. Oh, yeah, I saw this picture, too. She was it was a Hillary Clinton and Laura Loomer. So that post went viral. Everybody's talking about it. I remember seeing that. I guess they got her. Somebody took the time to dupe her. I guess that's it. Oh, Ocasio said this. Oh, damn! What Trump and Ocasio were going back and forth? Lord Almighty! I didn't copy it. Oh no, I keep copying the wrong thing. There you go. Mr. President, don't take your anger out on me. I'm just a silly girl. Take it out on whoever conceived or convinced. I was about to say, damn, Ocasio. Whoever convinced you to betray the American people and Constitution by illegally bombing Iran and dragging us into war. It only took you 5 months to break almost every promise you made. President Trump responds to AOC's call for impeachment. Did I read this already? Stupid AOC. One of the dumbest people in Congress is now calling for my impeachment, despite the fact that the crooked and corrupt Democrats have already done that twice. The reason for her rantings is all the victories that the USA has had under Trump administration. The Democrats aren't used to winning, and she can't stand the concept of our country being successful again. When we examine her test scores, we will find out that she is not qualified for office, but nevertheless, far more qualified than Crockett, who is a seriously low IQ individual, or Ilhan Omar, who does nothing but complain about our country, yet the failed country that she comes from, damn, Trump, doesn't have a government, is drenched in crime and poverty, and is rated one of the worst in the world. If it's even rated at all. Damn! Oh my God, I need like a bomb or something thing here. How dare the mouse tell us how to run the United States of America? We're just now coming back from the radical left experiment with Sleepy Joe, Kamala, and the auto pen in charge. What a disaster it was. AOC should be forced to take a cognitive test that I just completed at Walter Reed Medical Center as part of my physical. As the doctor in charge said, President Trump aced it, meaning I got every answer right. Instead of her constant complaining, Alexandria should go back home to Queens, where I was brought up. Really? Oh, I didn't know it. Where I was also brought up. I was brought up in Queens too. And straighten out her filthy, disgusting, critter-ridden streets in the district she represents, in which she never goes to anymore. She's out the hood. She better start worrying about her own primary before she thinks about beating our great Palestinian senator, crying Chuck Schumer, whose career is definitely on very thin ice. She and her Democrat friends have just hit the lowest poll numbers in congressional history. So go ahead and try impeaching me again. Make my day. Yo. No. Wow. Yo, wow. That was snapping, man. He's just letting loose. Earthquake in San Fernando Valley. Okay. What's going on with Brian Enton? Isn't he out there in urgent. According to CNN, U.S. intel's that Trump did not destroy it. Yeah. We'll have to see. What? Is this true? No, hold on. Check this out. I don't know what this is now. Matt Gaetz got leaked with his mom telling him to just lie and support Trump for his career, and he assures her he isn't worried about the money and is interested in telling the truth. Demolishing the Qatari-funded narrative of Jews and Zionists. Recently impressive. What? So let's see what Matt Gaetz said here first. Apparently, someone sitting behind me on a flight recorded me without my knowledge. They found me texting my mother about the news of the day, family finances, and working on my laptop. Please let this be a reminder to everyone. Call your mother and maybe get a screen protector. Let's see what the messages said. How many times do you want to hit the wall? I'm a happily married man with a son on the way, 2 penthouse condos, a 1-1 real estate, what's that? Asset to debt ratio, and $500K in my bank account cash. I guess I'll keep hitting it till I die. This looks like it was staged. Don't take this picture. What the fuck is this? But I've never been freer to share my views, and I'll continue to do so. I think about the people who cheerled the Iraq war because they like Bush. Those people have blood on their hands. Can you post the scroll slower? Did he post it himself after or something? I don't understand what's going on here. Don't be criticizing the president or his actions. He's trying to keep us safe. That's his job. MAGA will turn on you. You will lose your viewership. Your days in Congress are over. Practice of okay. The president had been very good friend to you. He hates betrayal. Be smart, not stubborn. I'm trying to guide him, not criticize him. But I've never been freer to share my views, and I'll continue to do so. I think about the people who cheerlead. Blah, blah, blah. Iran's nuclear. Don't guide him in the public square. He has intelligence and briefing that you are not privy to. Well, that thing, when you can call the guy and reach out to him, there's certain things you should probably... I don't know what he's been saying. I'm sure maybe he disagrees with the Iraq stuff, Iran stuff.
You're working on a laptop computer, we have to hard to stow it away.
Guiding Donald Trump has always includes a private and public component. I know how to do it. This is so stupid. This is the story? Like, this is the whole thing? I'll move to my fully paid condo. I mean, hey, you're flexing your shit, whatever. Iran has been 3 months away from a nuke since 1992. So he's just there scrolling what somebody's recording. He just happens to be slowly scrolling with a thing here in view like this. Whatever. This shit just don't make any sense to me. When you're sitting behind Matt Gaetz and he's texting his mommy. So somebody posted this chick. Here's the TikTok. Fully paid condo. Who paid? This is weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really even care about the story. It's very odd to me though. With the placement of the texting and everything, he's just like holding it out like that, and I don't know. Uh-oh. Ship transporting thousands of cars sinks in the Pacific air after fire, raising concerns about EV. Oh no. Oh, this is weird. I mean, I guess he offed himself. Breaking: Daniel Park, the man accused of aiding in the bombing of Palm Springs, California fertility clinic, found dead inside a Los Angeles detention center. What happened? Did he off himself? Was this the guy? This was the pro mortalist guy? This is the pro mortalist guy. So his friend offed himself? One blew himself up and the other one offed himself? So he dies. He was found unresponsive. That's weird. There was no word of the possible cause of death. He was accused of helping supply the explosive materials. Well, they say they didn't hurt anybody, I guess. But I don't know. I'm wondering what's up with that. Sleeper cell. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out for now. I got a few things I gotta do. I gotta pack some stuff and whatever. So, but I'll be back later. We'll see what happens. I'll be back later. And yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. It's been a great month, a crazy month, great month. All right. Love you guys. Be safe. Take care. Bloop, 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 bloop.